G&D Audio presents an unabridged recording of Every Shot Counts, using the revolutionary strokes gained approach to improve your golf performance and strategy. Written by Mark Broadie, narrated by Jim O'Hara. Introduction. How do you make your golf decisions? Many of us stand over the ball and decide based on our feelings at the moment. Feeling confident? Go for the pin. Made a mess of the last hole? Play it safe. Our decisions are often made on hunches. But what if you could base your decisions on something more convincing, on data and solid analysis? As Charles Dickens wrote in Great Expectations, take nothing on its looks, take everything on evidence. There is no better rule. As golfers, we often make poor decisions. We decide to thread our ball through a narrow opening, only to see our shot ricochet deeper into the woods. We attack a pin, only to see our hopes of a birdie vanish as the ball settles into a bad lie in the bunker. In many situations, it's not easy to tell a good decision from a bad one. Is it better to lay up to a comfortable distance of 90 or 100 yards, or to hit it farther, leaving 20 or 30 yards to the hole? On a 5-foot breaking putt, is it better to die it in the hole or jam it to take away most of the break? Each golf decision involves a trade-off between risk and reward. Aiming at a hole tucked on the edge of a green increases the risk of hitting into a bunker, but the reward is the increased chance of knocking it close and converting a birdie opportunity. In many cases, it is not obvious how to balance these risk-reward factors to produce the lowest score. To evaluate the best overall golf strategy, one not influenced by the outcome of a few shots, requires a lot of data. More than 10 years ago, when I set out on a quest to learn what makes golfers tick, I searched everywhere for this data, this evidence, but I couldn't find it in any golf instruction books or golf magazines. I decided I needed to gather it myself. I wanted to dissect the game to better understand golfers' strategies and performance. A mountain of detailed golf shot data I knew would allow me to analyze different strategies and performance outcomes, to gain new insights on how best to play the game. The problem with traditional stats. One reason I couldn't find the evidence I needed at first was that traditional golf stats did not provide the right kind of information. What does it take to drop 10 strokes from your golf score? How much is 20 yards of extra driving distance worth? What separates the best pro golfers from merely average pro golfers? Traditional golf stats can't answer these questions. Pat Goss, coach of Luke Donald and head coach of the Northwestern University golf team, believes in the power of golf analytics. Yet he doesn't have the golfers on his team record their traditional stats. Why? Because traditional golf stats just aren't informative enough to make it worth the time and effort. In a single round of golf, with one golfer taking 31 putts and another 28 putts, the 31-putt round might represent the better putting performance after considering where the putts started on the green. How useful is it to know your greens in regulation if you can't tell whether missed greens were the result of poor driving or subpar approach shots? I had an idea that developing new stats would help in my quest to understand the game of golf. But to make any progress in developing more informative stats, I needed to have data, better data, and a lot of it. At the time, there was little or no usable data on amateur golfers, and professional data was limited to traditional golf stats. The PGA Tour collected data, but most of the information was based on counting: number of strokes, putts per round, fairways hit. In the era of paper and pencil, this was the best that could be done on a large scale. But what I really needed for my analysis was detailed shot-level data. The information I needed on individual shots included how far they travel, what direction they go, and where they end up relative to the hole. I needed to know the starting and ending location of shots, whether they started in the fairway, rough, sand, or fescue, whether shots were obstructed by trees, whether putts were uphill or downhill, and whether they broke right to left or left to right. So in 2001, I began work on a computer program called Golf Metrics to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?